Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
the Addicted Sisters. And look who we ran into last week at the cross-stitch shop. You just never know who will show up. So this, for those of you people who don't know, this is Barb from Blackbird Designs. And I turned my head and looked over toward the floss, and there she was, choosing floss.
So
it was
just
kind of exciting.
Fun. It was so fun to meet her.
It was. Okay, look. Airplane mode.
Woo-hoo.
It is on. So we wanted to welcome you to our Flosstube number 65. Today is June 29th, 2019.
Wow, the year has just flown.
Yeah, it's crazy. We are almost there to July.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing, for the thumbs up, for the great comments, all that stuff. So we really appreciate that you're here with us.
And we wanted to go, I'm going to do a little shop show and tell real quick. We did Harry Potter week this week, and it was crazy. And I did find 2 sleeves that are still in out of about, I mean, there are a few more that are still in, but we released 16 different patterns and several of them are sold out.
Wow.
So this one is called Iconic Potter, and it just has all of these Harry Potter icons all over it, and they go all different directions. See, the 9 3/4 is upside down here, but we chose opposite of how we normally do to put the label on so that everything would be right side up, but you get just a little bit of everything.
So tell me what this thing is.
Well, there's an hourglass in there. I think that's the Deathly Hallows.
Oh, okay.
And this is the Golden Snitch.
and then there's a key.
The Flying Key is from the first one where they had tasks to get into the hidden chambers.
I guess I need to rewatch them all again.
Yeah. So, and feathers for Hedwig. I mean, it was a cool one. And the other one I brought, Katie
Sorry,
says,
I didn't mean to get you off track there.
Katie says I agreed to this, and of course then I'm like, oh, but we didn't name it. So this one is called Patronus. And, I didn't show you the inside of the other one. I always do that. Okay, so inside is just crossed wands, and it says Hogwarts across
cool.
it. And it's kind of a teal color if you're having trouble with the color. This Patronus, I just love. It's got kind of a nature scene in it.
I think that's really pretty.
And inside is just this starry stuff, which Katie says feels magical, like a Patronus. I wanted to call this Always, because that's what Snape says about Lily Potter.
Oh.
And this was his Patronus. That was James's Patronus. Lily's was the female version, and his was also, because he always had her in his heart.
Oh,
nice. My other shop business, I'm going to have to get like in your face. Katie did design work.
I can't help you
and did our branding. And this is what's on our new boxes, but she also surprised me and had shirts printed for us. And now the shirts are just for Katie and I, but the sleeves are in our shop, which is Love You More Studio. And it's loveyoumorestudios.com. The information is linked in our show information down below. So anyway, comments and questions.
We didn't have a lot of comments, but
we had a ton of comments.
Yes.
We didn't have a lot of questions.
Yes, I said it backwards.
One that I am just really tickled by is that Barbara Haberly is saying, counting down the days until we meet. And every time she posts to us, she puts how many days it is.
That's great.
So I think her last count was 16 days, which was, it's getting really close.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's exciting.
13 days.
And the other thing is, I came on last weekend and asked for locations of LNSs, and we had an explosion of them.
Yes, I think I looked a minute ago and there were 51 responses.
So we'll explain that in a little bit, but thank you for answering that call. And we know we've been gone a couple of weeks, but
yeah,
we've had some fun stuff. I'm going to let you do this one. Diana Lee said, what do you gals think about tea-dyed fabrics?
Well, I did respond to you, Diana, on your question, but for me, tea-dyed, if you like it, use it.
Mm-hmm.
I think unless you're doing something that's heirloom quality that you think you're going to pass down and keep for eternity, then don't worry about it. If it's pretty and you
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it, use it.
And you can set the color. Now, I think you'd have to do some research, and I haven't done the
Yeah.
research. But I know you can set the color, and I don't know if you can with tea dyeing. So look that up. Google it. Google is our friend.
Yeah.
And I think you could probably do that.
And then you think maybe they could use it for a different type project, not just more like
Right. Because I think it locks the color, and so then you won't get the bleeding and stuff
Okay.
like that. And you would have to check it.
Okay.
I mean, I know you can lock RIT dye.
Yeah.
So,
true.
I'm
so why
wondering-
couldn't you do the other?
Yeah. One cute thing. Carlene Hall, hi! Wave
Hi,
Nancy,
Carlene.
hi! Because she waves at us
Yeah.
every time. Carlene doesn't comment a lot, but she puts a little smiley face who's waving at us
Yes.
every time.
Yes.
And we appreciate that because that's just like a little bright spot.
Uh-huh. It's cute.
And then Nancy brought this one up. Sherry Roberts said she doesn't have an LNS. You guys know that means local needlework shop. But she went to a nearby shop that has crewel work and wool on painted canvas, and she said they practically shooed her out the door when she asked for, was she asking for floss, DMC or
Mhm.
something?
Can you imagine? Sherry.
That is
I'm
not
so
good.
sorry. That's not a good experience at all.
And we used to have a needle point shop which carried
Yeah.
all of the fibers.
Yeah.
So even though we weren't there to buy their expensive canvases, when we went in, we were buying lots of floss and
Yeah.
things.
We would walk right by the canvases
Yeah.
to the back room and just stand for hours and go through their
Yeah.
floss.
And eventually they started carrying linen and Ada
Yes.
and some
Yes.
different fabrics. So
Yeah.
they did, but okay, they were on the shop hop that we had in our area. And the greatest thing was to get there early because they just didn't really care about cross stitch, and so it would all be on clearance. I'm wondering if we need the light, and I don't know if I'm
Oh.
getting a glare.
I
Here,
forgot
I'll
I
hold
had
this.
it on.
I don't know if I'm getting the glare from. I'm getting the glare from there,
Do you want
but
me to
it's
close-
okay. We're okay with
You want
this.
to close the window a little bit?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
They're just gonna see the glare in my glasses. You see the white? See the
Yeah,
the
the
white
window.
house next door?
The window.
But anyway, those are most of our comments. I meant to go back and look because somebody said they had commented in our Flosstube number 59. Can you pull it up and see the last comment?
Let's just see.
Because it was a new commenter, and I wrote myself a little note so I would go back and look at it. You have all videos here if you...
There they are. Oh,
This one? Oh, where'd it go?
well, let's do home.
Okay, if you do... Oh, yours doesn't let you do that. Okay. But when you went to videos, did it let you see number 59?
It puts them in order, so I'd have to count through. Oh, there's 63. You've numbered them. 59.
Oh, yeah, I number them every week because I have to be able to find them.
Oh, hush now.
So, then you want comments are down below.
How do I? Where's it? Stop.
There you
we
go.
go. Oh, way down the bottom. Yeah. Comments.
And then does yours give you a choice to do newest first?
No. So it'd be somebody we have. Do you know a name or anything?
I can't remember, and I would have to undo mine to get to it. You want me to undo mine for a minute? Because we're doing this on on film. Okay, I'm gonna take mine out of airplane mode. You just wait. We're gonna end up having somebody call now. There's mine. My volume's off. And
There's Carlene Hall's little wave.
yeah, it's always so cute. Oh, thanks. Now, let's just look at this.
Okay, well that says that's all, so just found your floss tube. Teresa Satterfield. Love it. The patterns you showed out of Just Cross Stitch and Country Crafts are a pattern I had started stitching a long time ago. I've been looking through my stash of magazines to find it again and was overwhelmed that it was going to take. I'm going to read more. Don't take me forever to find. Now I know where it's at and can look for it when I go home.
Awesome.
So
I would bet that is the one. My I'm getting sales here, you guys. That's so funny. Where my videos? I love that it's just not wanting to show me. Okay, I'm sure that was it. So we're just going to go with that. How about that?
okay.
So very nice. Now I'm going to put me back on
Okay.
airplane mode because you heard that cha-ching, and that's the sound of Love You More having a sale.
So that was really nice that we were able to help her out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that is it for comments and questions. Nancy has had a finish. Show us, Nancy.
No.
Uh-oh.
It's my Smalls exchange piece, so I cannot show you.
My Smalls exchange piece is also finished.
Yay!
It has to get fully finished, but I found fabric for it last night.
Fully finished.
Mine's going to have a little bit of flannel on the back
Oh.
from one of the Love You More sleeves. I found the perfect piece. So
well, I've got it in my head what I want to do on one of them, but not on the other ones. So I'm still thinking.
So no finishes from us.
Sorry.
I've been stitching away like mad, and you'll see it here later. So, okay, stash.
Okay. Well, I have one piece of stash from our shopping the other day. Let me take it out of the bag. Easier to see.
I don't even know what I bought.
So I have the Songbirds Garden Series number 10 by Cottage Garden.
Samplery.
Thank you.
Cottage Garden samplings.
Okay, that was so small I couldn't even read it. And this one is Sing for Joy. It's a house finch and coneflowers.
It's really pretty.
Isn't that
purple.
pretty? I love that finch. I love birds, so, and then add the flowers in, and that just makes it for me.
I've seen a lot of people out there stitching these, and they really are pretty.
Look how big and nice that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that pattern is interesting. It's a full page and a half.
Yeah.
So this is just one half, and it opens up double this.
Mm-hmm. And then there's pattern on the full inside and on that extra piece.
Really pretty.
Okay.
Want me to put that back in?
Sure. And then when we went to our
Stitch together.
Stitch together the other day, Laura
Rodriguez
had some things that she was giving away, so I picked some stuff up. Now, you know I don't like these at all, so I picked this up for me. Chickens!
So see, now she has 3 chickens. Just not the same series.
Isn't that cute, though?
That is.
And then I saw this little baby, and I just couldn't resist it. I thought it was so cute.
And what does it say?
May you always pick flowers in the garden of life.
I wonder if this was a Save the Stitches because it has a Goodwill sticker.
Oh, it could have been. Isn't that pretty, though?
Really pretty.
I just like the old.
I think that's a stamped piece.
It could have been.
And look, this is always fun. Look how they carried their...
Oh, yeah.
Here's a lesson on why not to carry your floss. But unless you are looking really close, you're not going to see
If you
it.
can see. See here from the G down to the L.
Yep, you can see it. But it's really sweet.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
And it's, I don't know, it's reminiscent, nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
It got framed with some of the stitching up under the frame.
Yeah.
Who knows, you may have to just reframe it and use that one for something else.
I could.
Really cool. And then Nancy remembered her goodie, and mine is at home. Doggone it.
So we got there and we got a nice little gift. This little bag, and it says, "I'm not bossy, I'm the boss." Laura. And then inside is this gorgeous little
scissor
fob. I wanted to call it a key fob. But see, it's got the little beads on it here.
It could be a zipper finder. I like that term.
And then see the mermaid on there with the sparkly water.
And our friends gave us these, and mine is a real cute little bag with a mermaid in it. That, I mean, it's really pretty, and they're both us. I feel like they really captured us.
Yeah, so thank you, Lisa.
Yes, ladies. Lisa and, Nancy, now my brain won't do it. Lisa and Athena and, was it Debbie with her? There were 3 ladies there who gave us these.
Oh.
Nancy didn't get all that.
I didn't get that.
But
Nancy, I was like, what?
Nancy has more stash. Look! I know how much you love a lanyard.
Yeah, I love a lanyard.
But just in case you need one for the retreat, this one's kind of a nice one, and it has flamingos all over it.
I was trying to, I'm looking, and all I could see was the long leg.
Here, look at this part, because you can see
there we go,
heads.
yeah.
And they're kind of upside down so that you can see them when you look. But it's kind of nice because it has a clip and a ring.
Yeah. Oh, can you see? So we can do it both ways here. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's a silly thing, but just
very
in
cool.
case you need to carry something.
See, you can see the flamingo head inside there. But that's all I was seeing was that leg. You know, like, what the heck
These
is
pink
that?
splotches on navy. And you got one more piece of stash.
Oh.
This is from the grab bag, so open that up.
Oh.
And I saw this, and it's, of course, even weave. It may be smaller, it may be 32,
Ooh.
but it is really light.
It's blues and greens with green splotches on them.
Really, really
It's really pretty. It's a nice little piece. That'll be an easy thing to
Yeah, I thought you could
use.
find something. Even if you go back and take one of your birds, it would be pretty, or a couple of them. They would be pretty on there.
That's what I was thinking when I was looking at the pattern, at the actual pattern. I liked how they had it down the side. I thought, oh, that would be cute, just like that.
Then,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Then I got some stash. The first
She
thing...
hasn't shown me everything, so I'm just like, what do you have, what do you have?
The first thing I got is this piece of 28 count linen, and it says it's white opal, and yeah, it is real subtly opalescent. Ooh, you guys are getting all of it. Look at that. Look in the camera.
Uh-huh. Because I can't see it that well here.
No, but I mean, when
That's
you get up
nice
with it,
feel, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
it's lovely. So I think it folded in half this way. I don't know though. You can play with that one. Then I also got a piece of purple smoke 32 count linen. And you know me, I only buy linen. Because it bothers me how they feel. But look at this.
Ooh, that's pretty.
You know, I should grab,
The board.
watch me go reaching.
She did it. She did it.
I always hope my tush isn't on camera.
No, you don't raise up that high.
Look at that.
That is really pretty. Look at that big dark spot. And
They had a couple of
Wow.
pieces of this, but I went for this one. So
that's gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling, gorgeous.
and that's my fabric stash. You want to do that one too?
I can't.
And then before I ever got in the shop, they had a box outside, and this was at Cecilia's Samplers down in Branson. Before I ever got in the shop, they had a box of things outside that said free to good home.
Oh.
And I picked up a couple of things. Most of the things were needlepoint, and while I can appreciate that, I left that for people who actually do needlepoint.
Who love it.
But this is the one that threw us. Okay, it is called Christmas of Old. And it says, show your heart from the Friends of Threads of Gold. Okay, so that's the cute little pattern. But look at that, and it says, may all things made with your hands show your heart. May all things made with your hands show your hearts.
That's not
But does that
what
look
I
like the
read.
word all? And Katie and I were trying to figure out what the heck.
Yeah.
I'm not going to swear for you, but think about that. One more time. There you go. See it? So I may change those L's a little bit when I make this. Because it was
just a tiny bit. So is it in a pocket? Oh, okay.
Oh, and it was
That's
like...
a cute way to do it.
It was old enough that it was stuck to the inside.
Oh.
And Katie tore it just a little, but it's on the back, so it'll be
Yeah.
thin in spots. Then they had these freebies out. This one's called Moon Over Blackbird from Lizzie Kate. And inside so I can't really show you because there's no picture. We saw the shop model and it was really cute. Inside they give you a couple borders you could add to it.
Oh, fun.
And then they had done theirs with this cute little stuff. Let me do it this way. This cute little stuff around the edge of it.
Oh.
I'm really glaring. So it was $1 a package.
Is that like chenille?
It's
No.
just crazy little.
It's soft.
Yeah, you would have to feel it, but it's just crazy little stuff. And I stapled the bags on there so I would keep it
So you wouldn't
together.
lose it, yeah.
And I think they stitched it just like it was called for, and then that went around the edge. They did a flat piece, and
It's
they put that
cute.
around the edge, and they mounted it on something to make it a flat fold.
That's cute.
Isn't that fun? And then I was about out the door, and I saw laying on the counter, I'm like, what's the L? Because Laura Landis. And it's a freebie to make all 3 of those. And it's called Lavender Finger Pin Pillows.
Pin, P-Y-N.
And it's from Jeanette Douglas Designs.
Oh.
And it is cute,
Those
cute.
are really sweet little pillows, too.
And
I
they
love
did.
that L.
Yeah, so look, they did it here a little more simply, and then this one
is this.
Yes. So, really cool.
Nice.
How do you pass up an L when it's both of your initials?
Yeah. No,
And then-
no ends?
No, that was the only freebie, sorry. And then they had this crazy little guy from Praiseworthy Stitches. It says, a free design not to be sold. It doesn't say I can't show it, so I'm going to show it to you. It's called Peacock Love. And this thing, you guys, was done up in these crazy bright colors. Here, look at this. There you go. You want to stitch this? There you go. Here's the other part. And they said they had done it just the way that it was called for. It uses, Weeks Dye Works in Michael's Navy, Isla Morada, Grasshopper, Dahlia, and Purple Majesty. And it was gorgeous. And they stitched it just on 28 count Chantilly cream from Lakeside Linens. So it was a real simple, neutral background, light, and then all of these crazy bright colors.
Where's the O?
You use a heart charm for the O.
Okay. Okay.
And
Because I
it's-
kept looking at it going, wait a minute.
And it's a Jupiter charm, and it gives that number. I showed you guys that too. So
Very cool.
then I have really been wanting this.
Yes.
Really been wanting
That's
this.
so good. Ooh.
Michelle Bendy, you
Like
need
that.
to find me the same thing you have to frame this. Midnight Ride by Blackbird Designs. Look at that. This is the one Michelle did and finished in the cool wall piece that kind of reminded me of a weather vane.
Oh, yes. Love that.
And then I have a couple more.
Sorry, I just
You're
yawned
fine.
real big.
This one was in a pack of things that they had on discount. But this is one that I've been wanting from Hands On Designs. And it's called The Proverbial Home.
I don't think I've seen that one before.
here's the close-up. I don't know if it's focusing because, you know, there we go. I can see it
Yeah.
now. So that's what it says. And then she shows a bigger picture of part of the stitched piece, which I love. And I like that. It says, by wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. I just
Very nice.
thought that was cool.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
then who do we love?
Plum Street.
Yep. They did not have the spring salt boxes, which I have not bought myself yet.
Uh-oh.
And I need to go back and buy all of them that they've had so far. But I bought myself summer salt boxes.
Oh, cool.
And I love this. Don't you love those crazy flags across the top?
The big fat sheep and the
Yeah.
horse. I like those.
So I thought those would be a lot of fun to stitch. You would get very bogged down
Yeah.
because it's like all that crazy.
House.
It's like stitching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you would have, it's the hill on that one, right? And the barn.
Both of them. Yeah.
So that was my stash
Very cool.
this week.
Very
How far
cool.
do I go down here?
Right to there. Oh, one more.
One more. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to throw this in my bag and then it'll be out of the way. So next up we wanted to talk about whips.
Well,
Whips and plans. What have you done, Nancy?
I've been working a little bit on 2Bs.
When did you finish your other one?
I finished it, gosh, I can't even think of 2 Fridays ago.
And I know you were working on this at Stitch Together last week, but you've been going, huh?
Well, I just got the one bar in, really. Ooh,
The one band across
yeah.
there? But this takes a while. You're going to have a nice piece of this left.
Yes. So I did that black work.
I love that in there.
And the numbers are wonky, and I checked them, and they were
Yeah.
wonky. Maybe not quite as wonky as I did them, but
Look
they're
at the
wonky.
pretty flower and leaves. When we saw it, you had not finished this.
No, I had. I had just finished that because I pulled the leaf out and moved it back over where it belonged.
Okay.
Because after I got the
The basting in?
yes, that really helped and let me know where I was off on it.
Thank you, Sue Wild.
Yes, thank you, Sue. That really helped.
Yeah, I just think that's such a great thing to have that to use.
And
Those butterfly, don't you think those are butterflies?
well, I don't know because they're dual head,
Unless it's the head at one end and the tail at the other.
but it's got no antennae.
I
I guess you could add antennae.
know.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Cool. And are your plans to stick with it? Are you doing okay?
I am, but I'm not sure. This big thistle kind of intimidates me.
Are you not wanting to work on this at retreat? Are you wanting something simpler?
I do, and it's hard for me to work on it at work. It's okay if my friend doesn't come down, but if she comes down and we're talking, then I get it off.
Oh.
So,
So it'd be easier to have something maybe you could outline ahead of time and fill in.
yes.
By the way, hi to all of our friends at StitchCon.
Yes,
We know
hey, ladies.
we love seeing the pictures. So if you get this before StitchCon is over, keep taking those pictures and posting
Yeah.
them. I love that.
Yes.
They had Fancy Friday stitching. And because stitching in sequins was there.
Oh, okay.
And so like they all had on their fancy stuff, and I saw Donna Ray
Uh-huh.
from Flannel Jammy's Farm, and she had on a beautiful cocktail dress.
Oh my.
All sparkly, sparkly.
Woo-hoo.
And a lot of people came out and took pictures with her, and it was fun to see them all dressed up. I saw a little one.
Yeah, I saw a picture of her at check-in.
Oh, okay. Well, she was dressed up in her pretty dress.
Ah.
And so was Lynette, her mom.
Uh-huh.
And it was fun to see them all dressed up
Cool.
fun. So
You know
was a
what
cool
I
thing.
might stitch on that Sue Wild brought up the other day? It was the Paris Eiffel Tower.
Oh, is
Like
it
black-
Afternoon in Paris? Or?
No, it's just the big Eiffel Tower that's got your initial on it.
Oh, okay.
It's a freebie that they have. I've
Okay.
got it over there.
I'll
But,
have to look.
But I've been wanting to do that, and I lost my pattern.
Oh no.
I made it for someone else, and I lost it. So Sue asked for it because she's needing to make it for someone else. And somebody was so sweet, and they put the actual link on there.
Oh, good.
So, I just went out and pulled it, printed it real quick so I had it again. I'm sure it's over there somewhere, but
probably.
Who knows where?
Okay, so my whips and plans. I have been working on my Magical Stitches homework, and one of them, I don't remember how much I showed you. Oh, well, I know I stitched on this last weekend. So I have A Good Marriage by Lizzie Kate, which I'm stitching when I'm not at home with my husband. And I put in a lot last week at the Stitch Together. And you'll have to just pardon my big hunk of floss because it's on here. But in the last couple of weeks, I've put in this whole row and this.
That's good.
So it's moving.
And words are deceiving.
Yeah.
You would think that you could whip those out just like you do when you're writing them, but heck no.
I mean, it does go fairly quickly.
Yeah, and you're moving. You're making good progress.
And it just depends. I didn't get to go stitch this Thursday because I was gone. So, no stitching with the girls, and I missed it. And I guess it was just Keisha and Vicky. And Vicky brought one project with her. And she only had about 6 inches of floss on her her skein, so she didn't have anything to stitch.
Oh no!
So I think she visited a lot.
Yeah.
The other one I've been working on is my Black Pearl by the Primitive Hare. And you know what, you guys? I'm going to give you another tip here. I posted about this on Instagram, and excuse me, when I was doing my tagging, I just thought I would try and see if the Primitive Hare was on there. So I put at the Primitive Hare, and it came up, and I clicked it. And I don't remember if she has the in front or just Primitive Hare, but she came back and put a little heart on it. She put a little heart in my comments. So that was, that's always fun.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's fun for them to get to see what we're doing.
You'd love for the designers to share with you.
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold it.
So that's my Love You More bag that was a rep exclusive, so no name, and I don't even have a tag on mine.
That's what I was
We were
looking.
short of tags at that point. I did have to frog a little bit of my red, but it was okay. It'll go back in pretty quickly. I got quite a ways up with her red hair, and then I decided that what I really needed to do was to fill in the rest of her mermaid body, and so that's what I've been doing. And I believe last night I finished all of it, and I got in the number of stitches I needed for magical stitching. So this is the top of her head, and I'm going to go back and put this silver in between all of these, and I've got it figured out. I have it in there. I've talked about it a couple times.
That's what
I
I
was going to do. So I just put it down there in a V.
That's what I thought too. I thought that would look good.
So that is her right now. And
she's a pretty good size.
Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with her.
Yeah.
So we are like, so.
I love that red, how it's changing too.
Oh, it's a cool floss. It's from, it was Needle Necessities. So now it's Threadworks.
Okay.
Threadworx. I did not stitch anymore on that. Those were just fabric choices. I don't think I put any more on my turtles all the way down.
Frog.
Here, I'll just show it to you because it's cute. I don't think I put anything more in on it, but look how much I've got.
I think you have. I don't remember the purple one.
So
I just remember like these guys.
I have used him in my homework, and he's getting there.
Cute.
And that's a pattern from Ink Circles.
Now, did you change that purple color?
No,
That's what he's
I
supposed
am
to be.
using everything that they have called for. So it's Turtles All the Way Down by Ink Circles.
Okay.
The purple one is right here,
Yeah.
right in this one. So I think I counted and I have like 7 to go. Well, no, because I've done the one above it.
At least one.
So
above.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And so you've got another blue one and maybe a teal or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's all DMC.
It's a crazy cute pattern.
It is the most fabulous thing because it's all,
Whoop. Whoop.
get
Whoop.
back in there.
Everything's coming out at once now.
I think this must be it. Yep. It's all of these greens, and that you see that purple, and then there's one that's a little more bluey green, but it's all DMC. And I love that that's how it's coming out.
That's nice.
Okay.
Get that walnut one in there.
Did I put it back in here?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sure I showed this. Yeah. And I haven't done anything else with it. Well, maybe. Maybe. I started Yield Crow Sampler for the Summer of Starts stitch along on Instagram and Facebook. There's a group called Summer of Starts, and we're just starting a new project every weekend between Memorial Day and Labor Day. And it is not too late to join. Julie and Chris Ann are hosting that. So that's what I have done right now. And I got off a little and I fixed it, and
Good.
it's in good shape.
I see that's the W that's turned on its side.
Yeah. It gets to some crazy stuff. So I've gotten to the top. I just haven't gotten up this side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
and I stopped to fill in the pumpkin. Then the other one that I started, and this, my local friends here decided they would like to do this as a stitch along. So I think, oh, I can't look. On Instagram, will you check Instagram and Graham and see if it's hashtag come in for a spell? This is what we're doing. It's from the, let me do this part first. It's from the summer 2018 Stoney Creek magazine. So it's this one. And I'm going to tell you something I love about these Stoney Creek magazines. When you open them up, their table of contents is a picture table of contents. So you can see everything that's going to be
really
in
cool.
the magazine, and I love that. What I'm sad about is that they've decided that it costs too much to mail these, so they no longer have a subscription for them. However, you can purchase them and pay for them. I'm going to look around and see if maybe Barnes & Noble carries them, because I don't think I've seen them at Joann's. So it's this come in for a spell.
Come in.
And they stitched it on 14 count PTP, picture this plus Meyer Ada. Nope, not that one.
When looking.
Huh, put Sal on the end. Yep, that's us. And we're just started, so everybody posted their stuff. So it's, can you just show that part?
Let's see if it's.
It's hashtag come in for a spell Sal. Now I picked some floss. My needle is through that part. That's so funny.
I did that the other day and I went to open it up and it wouldn't open up.
I think it's probably because when I got ready to leave, this was still hanging from, the needle and thread was still hanging from my needle minder, because I wear mine.
So you just kind of jammed it and.
Yeah. So I am using, and one of these is all jumbled up. I am using Classic Colorworks Cauldron for most of it, and I'm using Onyx for the bird. And I started in a different place than everybody else, because I started in the lower right corner. And I have a chunk of the tree branch.
Yeah, it looks like everybody else started on the crow.
They started in the center. So, but I started down here in the corner, and I'm using my cauldron for that. This is just a solo. I know we always love this. I'm using a 32 count solo from,
Silk Weavers.
thank you, I couldn't do it. And the other thing I wanted to say about the Stoney Creek magazine, if you guys haven't used the magazine, I think I can show you this part. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my needle back in the fabric. There we go. When they do this, if they have used buttons, then they put them on the pattern. So you
Oh,
can see
that's
them. And that
nice.
one has an L, so it's large. Let me see if I can find one where it's, oh, I love this. Look at that. I was going to see if I could just find one that had brighter ones so you could see it that part you can, but I don't know if I can get in. Oh.
Now, what did you say? They are not doing these magazines?
They're not doing a
anymore?
magazine subscription anymore. You can still get a printed magazine. You have to buy it. You can buy one at a time from them
Oh.
and pay the shipping. I think I can put my hand over most of this. So look, you use a little cardinal button and they show you that on the pattern. I love that because you're using a black and white pattern.
Yeah.
And then you have these nice bright things to be able to find it.
That makes more sense for you then, too.
Yeah. It's easier.
I like your floss color on that fabric, too.
Thank you.
I think that's going to show well.
And I bought 2 of them. I only bought 1 for the bird because I think that's all I'm going to need.
Yeah.
It says that it calls for 2 skeins. Total.
Oh,
Total for the whole thing.
I'm not sure it really does.
Well, I know
That looks-
Vicky was running short. Oh, I was teasing Vicky this morning. She was lamenting the fact that she is all done except for part of the branch. And she has to wait for it and, go get it. And I said, well, Vicky, that's because this is a stitch along and not a stitch alone. Vicky, when we do these with you, we're going to limit you to like 100 stitches a day.
She wouldn't be able to count them, though. I mean,
She would have to count ahead. Well, yeah, she would. You can stitch
well,
one square.
that's true. That's true. You can do that.
But yeah, and then she was giving me a hard time the other day because I said something about the stitch along that we had started in December, and she goes, "Yeah, but I finished and Laura still hasn't." And I'm like, "But I stitch on a lot of things, and I have outside things that I do. Vicky's retired,
Yeah.
and she sits at home and stitches.
When we go to bed.
Yeah, she stitches a lot of hours every day.
Yes, she does.
So my plans, I haven't even looked at this. I think I may actually have my stitches done. Yes, I'm sure I do. I needed to stitch 200 stitches in a whip that I had not touched for more than 6 months.
Woo. Really?
And I am doing this 2008 mystery sampler. Did I get the whole thing there? See, I always have... Nope. Here it is. This one. I'm doing mine all on one piece of fabric. And my fabric is KC Blend 35 count from R&R Reproductions. I don't know.
I was wondering if it had a coffee smell to it.
And the last time that I showed this, in this block, all I had was this gold along the bottom. So I have done all of this work on the house, and I think I did a little more in the greenery. So I know I have more than 200 stitches.
Yeah. I love those crows on there too.
And I was kind of working on filling in. Yeah, are you looking at it? This is her lament
Vicky.
up here.
Yeah.
I was kind of filling in all the brown, doing this color filling with the one that I have. So my plan is to pull this out, double check, make sure I have 200 stitches, get a picture of it, and get it online. And I think I have a couple more things on the monthly extra credit, but one of them is to stitch on something with a something with a grave. Wow, frogs. With a grave or a gravestone.
Oh.
And I'm just not convinced that I have anything like that in my stash. That's not, well, I do.
Halloween?
I don't typically do gravestones. I do other stuff. I do have Ichabod Seabury, and if I have him, I think because his is a tombstone epithet.
Okay.
So I
that you
think I
maybe
could
can
count
use
that. But it's like tiny, and I don't know if I can get 200 stitches in. But I only have 2 to finish up the monthly extra credit. I have not done this week's homework. I have been busy. Oh, you want to show Kim's?
Yeah, because Kim keeps encouraging me. So
Yeah.
Kim Tattersall. So,
Tattersfield.
I'm sorry, Tattersfield, yes. She started at the bottom like I did on 2Bs, and she is up. Look at hers.
Look at
it.
that color she's using.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So she's done everything below that. She's done the big one that Nancy is worried about.
Yeah, she's done that big thistle.
Which, yeah, I was going to say if you stitch that, I think you get just that. But it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. She has done some gorgeous work on it. So I wondered if she had the thistle anywhere else.
Oh, and she's doing it on scroll rods.
There's where she was finishing it up.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be fun. Oh,
there we go.
There's her thistle that she did. See? That's beautiful.
I love her fabric.
I do too. I really like that.
It's showing up so pretty.
I'm sure the thistle is not going to be hard. It's just there's so much of it. I'm like, holy.
So my plans are to try and get my homework done and see what I want to finish, and you know, maybe I'm going to give myself permission this week to skip homework because I'm enjoying what I'm working on, what I'm stitching on, and I think I can finish up a couple things and get extra points. Like I think I get 5 points for the monthly extra credit, and I think I only get 2 apiece for my homework. So I think I can earn almost as many points finishing up the monthly, and I have fewer tasks.
Yeah.
And I did manage to sneak one in homework because it just worked. So you can't duplicate. You have to do extra. So I did extra on my mermaid.
Yeah. Well, I think I know I'm going to do fully finishing on a couple projects. At least 2, if not more. And then I might go on with this. You know, I might try to set it at my chair in here and see if I work. Depends on if
you
I
just
get
do
a cat.
Oh. And you might just do a little at a time.
Yeah.
I wonder if you would benefit from a scroll frame.
Well, or one of the big standing ones. You know, because I've got.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. But
Oh, I was thinking it was handheld.
you can do. I would think of one that could go like. Either you could pull the arm over so that the cat could be on your lap and it could be...
That's what I was thinking. Because I've got a couple of really big projects, but I don't want to start them. Because, you know, it's humongo fabric.
I wanted to talk about the reason that we had you all send us...
your LNS.
Yeah. So, here's our idea. There are plenty of Flosstubers doing Christmas and July things. Flannel Jimmy's Farm is doing something. No. It is Kismet is doing a Christmas.
Oh.
And you would have to look it up. If you follow her on Instagram, if you look up It Is Kismet, Kismet, then you'll find her and she's hosting a stitch along. So... but everybody's doing things. They, Real Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea, are doing Jolly July.
Yes.
And it is to start a new ornament every day. So you would have 31 ornaments going.
Wow.
Which, if you're planning to stitch a lot of ornaments, that's good to get them going.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I'm sure that however you jump in with them, they will be thrilled with.
Yeah. Yeah, they would.
Well, Nancy and I have been talking about road tripping and everything. So we have kind of fleshed out an idea that we are going to do the Addicted Sisters, the Addicted Sisters Road Trip Sal. So it's hashtag AS Road Trip Sal, stitch along. And what that is that we've taken all of your shops. Katie is helping me today or Sunday. Today is, anyway.
Today's Saturday.
Today or Sunday. And we are going to put together your road trip points along on the map. And the idea is that you're going to look at where you are and jump on to the nearest, you're going to drive to the nearest LNS and virtually drive.
Yeah.
And
You
then
can do it if you want to physically, but
if it's more
a
fun,
long, strange trip.
you could go there and take a picture.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll give bonus points if you know the points are not real. Yeah, the points are made up. Yeah, but anyway, if you go there, take a picture of the LNSs that you visit this summer. The idea is we would go to CC and Company and start there, and then Katie and I will have calculated for you the distance between all of the LNSs.
That's really cool, isn't it?
That people turned in, and I am going to turn off commenting once we or I'm not going to take anymore once we get that map made, because that'll be too much to have to try and update it.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is add that hashtag. So the hashtag is out there right now, and it just has a picture of Nancy and I, and it says something like, are you going to join us for the, are you going to look that one up for me too? And you're just going to jump on, and what you'll do is if it's 400 miles to the next one, you're going to put in 400 stitches and take a picture. Take a picture before, take a picture after. And you'll have stitched your way to that next cross stitch shop. And we just talked about it and thought it would be fun. It's a way to let you stitch on whatever, that's it. On whatever you want, and get some progress in, and just know that other people are road tripping with you. So
gosh, people are already on here.
yeah, I've been posting a lot more, not a lot, but a lot more, and so people are seeing it. I'm coming up in their feed.
And then I didn't follow it.
Well, go back.
Yeah.
Doggone it, why doesn't it put your last one? There you go. So it'll just be a fun way to see pictures of what everybody is working on. And you can start posting your pictures whenever, as soon as we get that up. So
Very cool.
then we're going to talk about, this doesn't have to be just you, just
I'm like, what am I
Nancy's
doing?
going, what the heck? So we wanted to talk to you a little bit about our Flosstube. And do you want to talk about it?
You can start. I'll pitch in.
I have to pitch in more. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I
You
was just going to
started.
say, just get it started.
Things have maybe gotten a little overwhelming for the less stitching motivated of us.
Yes, yes. So, I am struggling trying to get something done to show you each week, and I just, I hate that.
It's frustrating her, and that is not what this is about. So that's never been what this is about. So we've come to the decision, yeah, she's going to sit here and cry. We've come to the decision that what we're going to do is we're going to film probably once a month.
Yeah.
And in that time, we will have had way more time to be stitching and coming up with things to show. And it'll just give her more time to
it'll be more relaxed.
feel like it. So and we have a lot on our plates right now,
Yes,
the two of us.
Yes, we do. We do a whole bunch. And I just think we will give you a better product if we do it a little.
And even at work, Nancy has a different boss now,
Yes.
which is not a bad thing.
No, I love her.
But it's a different thing, and it's a learning curve, and it's a busy season.
Well, and I'm in a different role, even though my role hasn't been changed, if that
Officially.
makes sense. Yeah. So, I have a lot more stress at work right now because of that. Different type of stress than I had before. Yay! But still, it's there.
So it's just a lot of there are just a lot of things going on. We're not going away.
No.
And probably you will see us maybe a little more on Instagram. And I think Nancy still has the Addicted Sisters. And I don't know, maybe she's going to add that underscore Nancy, and then we'll know it's her posting, which you can do to your name.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah. But at the same time, I've kind of been thinking, and Nancy and I have talked about this too. I have been thinking that I would kind of like to try my hand at some at some Stitch With Me things, and I have an idea for a little different kind of floss tube. So I have set up another floss tube account.
Good.
And my new one is called the Pattern Queen floss tube, which what I had forgotten when I set this up the first time is that you have to have a first name and a last name. So our first name is the Addicted Sisters and our last name is Flosstube. So we're still related because Flosstube's my last name on here. It's just how you have to set it up. Yeah. So that's me now. And you know, you've seen that my Gmail was Pattern Queen. Well, now it's the Pattern Queen 3.
Okay.
For this floss tube, and I changed it on Instagram to set it to go to that, just so that it'll be in that stuff. If you're already following me, it won't make a difference. You'll have the same thing. Okay. But it just lets me have things all alike. Mm-hmm. So
more consistent for you.
Yeah. And that'll give me an opportunity. I mean, I'm the heavier stitcher.
Yeah.
You know, I'm into everything. I do everything. I stitch all the things.
Yeah.
It's a crazy, crazy thing. It is absolutely one of my big passions. And while I'm all gung-ho and excited about all of it, it's different for Nancy. She enjoys it. She enjoys the serenity of it, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love looking at it. I love the end product, but I don't like to have a lot of things started and not finished, and then not fully finished. That makes me crazy.
And the biggest thing that I think we like from our floss tube is that, like, a year ago, we didn't know hardly any stitchers.
No.
Now, we had no idea that we would get people coming out of the woodwork to be our stitchy friends, both virtually and in person. We have had it's our group, we call it KCMO Stitch Together, and we have been having more regular Stitch Togethers. We have someone who has a location that's available pretty much anytime. Yeah. And it's just wonderful. We get together, have lunch, stitch. The cross stitch shop is 5 minutes away.
You're taller than me, so I have to get up here higher.
Well, I'm in this tall chair too.
I think my chair is sunk a little bit.
So,
but
that's where we are on that. Yeah. So all is well, all is good. We have not suffered what so many of the floss tube groups have, where things have gone terribly wrong and off the rails.
Yeah.
It is not that. It is simply this is a stress-related thing, and Nancy doesn't need to be stressed. And she will have plenty to show in a month. Now here's
maybe just one, but it might be finished.
But you know what I think we're going to have to do is we're going to have to keep a stitching journal and list what we do, like
something
weekly or something, so that when we get to this, maybe we're both going to have notebooks that we can look through, because you're going to have to know. You're going to go, I don't know where I was when I showed you this the last time.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to have notes on what's going on, or else you guys will just be going crazy with us.
I mean, this is our first one in 3 weeks, and you saw me trying to figure out what in the world I've stitched on it. I know I didn't show you everything. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Because I probably touch 4 to 10 projects a week.
Wow. And see, I had 2.
But I do mine to fit the homework.
Right.
So I may only put 200 stitches in. They have changed homework, and it's much easier now. Good. As long as you have a story, you can sell it.
Good.
And that's a little different. So it's easier to fit in your projects now. I keep seeing my shirt and I'm like,
I know
how
you're
is that pretty?
Mesmerized by it, aren't you?
Yes. Do you like that the purple flower is right by your purple shirt?
I thought I did coordinate really well. I had on a different shirt, by the way, and I changed it.
So this unicorn, I gotta figure out where I can grab this. This unicorn, Katie put this on a black t-shirt for each of us.
Ooh.
And it's really cool. And then it has the Love You More banner across it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like the dark gray too.
it's really, this is a heather gray and this is a soft
soft
t-shirt.
Ooh, it is soft.
It is nice. We got one that Jeff can wear. He's like, it's almost like you don't have a shirt on.
Ooh.
It's that
Those
light and soft.
Those are great when you have that.
Yep. So
well, of course, Sonny, should we show him one more time before?
if you go
Come
the
here,
other side,
Pumpkin.
he'll go.
Come here.
So retreat news. The retreat is how many days, Nancy? Do you know? Okay.
12?
Let's think. Today is Saturday.
You're tiny.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She's right. 12 days. 12 days away, and now I will be there a day before that and meet some of the ladies.
See, now that's why I was starting to stress too, because I've got my pieces that I have to get fully finished.
Yeah.
So, and I don't like to wait till the last minute.
She looked at me. I don't know what that means. But anyway, that's it. So retreat news, we are just firming up, finishing up.
Yep.
We've had some last minute contributions coming in.
Yes, which is really cool.
Which we're going to be sorting some things.
Yeah.
The boys are starting to put the walls up on the shed.
Good.
Once they get that done, then we'll be on the studio, yeah. Once
not really a she shed.
No, it's a studio. They'll Love You More studio. Once they get that up, we can set tables up and lay everything out.
Oh, fabulous.
So it'll be, because we're going to use it for storage for a little while until we get everything done.
Yeah.
There's just, like, with the retreat coming up, and there are things we'd rather not be running up and down stairs.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
I mean, you want to get your steps in, but come on.
Yeah.
Let's not do it that way.
It gets to be a little hectic.
Woo.
So I think that's about it for this week. Nancy's trying to find that song one more time.
Had all these darn emails come in.
I'm kind of hoping that changing the email will let me have a little more. I won't get as much in one box. I'll get the same thing in one box.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah. So until next time, probably the end of July, she's Nancy.
And she's Laura.
And we are the Addicted Sisters. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.